Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. So I'm back after some 2 odd weeks, I think. So today we are going to discuss some of the orchids that you see in front of you. So I've got a mix of various types here. So I've got two Phalaenopsis, one here and one there. I've got one very sickly looking oncidium. I'm going to get to that in a bit. I have a miniature Vanda orchid there, and I have a dendrobium right there. So let's start with a miniature orchid, a miniature Vanda orchid. So I'm doing water culture on, and it's actually doing quite well on it. So that was the spike it already came with, and it grew a little bit more. And this was a gift to me from Samantha Soam of Orchids and Puppies, and that's the name on it. Hoping you're able to see it. So it's too hard for me to pronounce, but I'm doing water culture on it, and it's kind of liking it. So I soak it for 2 days. And the water, I usually, bring it up to a level up to there. And then for 5 days, it experiences dryness. Once in a while, I will miss the leaves a little bit if I see it's feeling dry or something. But so far, it's been doing really good. And then this one is another one of my favorite orchid. It just says that it's a dendrobium hybrid, but other than that, it really doesn't have a name on it. I got her at the orchid show last year in November, and this happened under my care. So I am super excited about it. I am really excited to see it bloom once again because it had such beautiful flowers. And then let's come to this one. This one, as you can see, it is, where is it? Let me see. Oh, down here. So it's growing a new spike, or I think it's a new spike. I'm really hoping for it. As you can see, the color of the leaves, it's a little on the dark side. I got her from Safeway, and she didn't seem happy there, because I'm not so sure if it was she wasn't getting proper water or something, but she looked really dry. So I put her in moss, because I had never grown a Phalaenopsis in moss before, and I had read like mixed reviews about growing them in moss online. Like, you can water them too much and that can cause a root rot or a stem rot or a crown rot. But in my case, it's actually been nothing short of a blessing. So when I see that little spike, it really makes me very, very happy. And overall, it's doing okay. As you can see, it's not a terribly unhealthy looking plant, and I can't wait for it to bloom. I'm really hoping that at some point I will get to see those spikes growing and growing and growing even more. This was also a sickly little orchid I picked up from Trader Joe's months ago, and it's been trying to recuperate. As you can see from the bulbs, it was like that when I picked up, and it was still in bloom, so I cut the blooms off after it withered, of course. And it's Oncidium Heaven Sent Redolence, and so yeah, I put it in moss, and I'm hoping that it gets that I get some good results out of it. I watered it today, as you can see. Well, I just put it in a cup full of water, and I just kind of let it soak for 20-25 minutes. And over the winter, I didn't really water it as much, but it feels a little warm here today. But then again, I'm in my apartment, so I'm hoping that it will shoot out something new real quick, because one thing about the oncidium bulbs, pseudobulbs, is that once they become like this, no amount of watering is actually going to make it look any better than what it is. Once it gets to this stage, it literally can't get any better, which is kind of really sad. So yeah, I will keep on updating you on this one every couple of weeks to tell you how it's doing, or if I see a new growth coming out of it. I'm really hoping that there is one because I don't want to give up on this orchid. It had some really beautiful flowers and the smell was absolutely gorgeous. Wonderful. So, and then let's come up to this plant. So look at those leaves. It had some stalled growths. I'm trying to figure out where. I think it was on somewhere on a side that I really can't get my camera to. Maybe I can. I have all kinds of puppy stuff in this apartment, in this room, because remember Tommy, my dog, she lives here. So if I can I focus? I can't get in, but anyways, there is a stalled growth like right under here, and I think that may have been some sort of a spike or a baby plant maybe that never made it. But this was a gift to me when I came back to Seattle after living in London for an entire year. So my friend gave it to me and she said that it's a white phalaenopsis plant, and she wanted me to take care of it. So I was like, okay. So I got this gift sometime in September last year, and a few weeks ago I noticed that. Yeah, so I noticed that. So I'm really excited that it's a new spike. Would have even loved it if it was a baby, but if it isn't, that's fine too. But anyways, I just wanted to show you what's going on with my orchids this week, and so hopefully everyone's doing okay. And let me know any advice that you may have on the sick little oncidium here is very much appreciated. Please leave me comments on your on the video. I enjoyed eating them, and I'm very much looking forward to some advice. So hopefully everyone's doing well. It's actually a sunny day in Seattle today. That's outside my mom's apartment because I'm living with her at the moment, so it's just temporary, but I have all these plants here. So anyways, we'll talk to you next week, and hope everyone is having a wonderful time. And yeah, ciao, sayonara.